This is the terrifying story of the mirror in room 6. It all started when I was working at an old motel out in the middle of nowhere. It was the kind of place where you wouldn't expect much, just a roof over your head and a bed to sleep in. But one of the rooms was different. Room 6 was filled with strange antique furniture, including a large mirror on the wall above the fireplace. It wasn't like the other mirrors in the motel, which were small and modern. This one was huge, ornately framed, and definitely old. I remember thinking it was weird that no one ever booked room 6. There was something about the room that just did unfeel right, and I couldn't help but wonder what secrets the old mirror was hiding. One night, a couple stayed in room 6. They were young, maybe in their early 20s, and very much in love. They checked in late and didn't make much noise, so I didn't hear them come in. But in the morning, when I went to clean the room, I saw that they'd left early, just a few minutes after sunrise. That was odd. Usually couples stayed for at least a few hours after check-in. But these two had apparently checked in late, made love, and then left without even having breakfast. When I entered the room, I noticed that the girl had left her purse behind. I picked it up and saw that it was full of clothes, makeup, and jewelry, but there wasn't a single sign of the girl herself. At first, I thought maybe she'd gone downstairs to get something to eat, but when I checked the surveillance footage, I saw that she hadn't left the room at all. She simply vanished. I felt a chill down my spine as I realized that the room was empty and the purse was the only evidence that anyone had ever been there. As if this strange occurrence wasn't enough. More guests started checking into room 6, and some of them reported seeing a girl in the mirror who was Una actually in the room. One guest said she saw the girl sitting on the bed while she was showering. Another said he saw the girl brushing her hair in front of the mirror, even though the room was empty. I dismissed their stories as the ramblings of tired travelers, that is until I saw the girl in the mirror myself. I was getting stuff from the office when I saw her. She was standing right behind me, staring directly at me. I turned around, but there was no one there. I thought I was going crazy until I looked back at the mirror and saw the girl again. This time, she was smiling at me, and I could have sworn she mouthed the words, "Help me." After that, I knew I had to do something. I contacted the police and told them about the missing girl and the strange occurrences in room 6, but when they arrived, they couldn't find any evidence of a crime. The room was empty, and the only thing out of place was the antique mirror. But now, the mirror started showing things that hadn't happened yet. I saw the police searching the room, and then I saw them finding a weapon. It was a bloody knife, and then I saw myself holding the knife over the body of the missing girl. I was horrified. Was I the killer? Had I done this? I tried to scream, but no sound came out. I was trapped inside the mirror, forced to watch as the police investigated the crime scene and took me away in handcuffs. I wanted to tell them I was innocent, but my pleas went unheard. They thought I was the girl in the mirror, and I was too scared to tell them otherwise. Then, as I looked into their eyes, I saw my own face staring back at me. I was the girl in the mirror. The whole time I'd been trapped inside, unable to interact with the outside world until someone else entered the room. When they did, my consciousness would transfer to their body, and I would become the person standing in front of the mirror. And so it continued, person after person, until finally, when the motel was being demolished, a construction worker entered the room. As he looked into the mirror, I transferred to him, becoming the living girl instead of the one trapped in glass. And that's when I realized I needed to warn everyone about the mirror. But it was too late. My warning went unheard, and the cycle continues to this day. That's all for today. See you next time!